Welcome back to another
Poorly.
episode of No
Yeah.
Name for Now. Blah 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 blah. We're gonna die. The Earth is
That's
going
not true.
to
We're fine.
explode. Alex Jones predicted it in his latest video.
Anyway,
These
Alex
frogs are
Jones
actually.
personally shout at you.
What?
Did you know that frogs are actually gay?
all the
The more
frogs
you
that I've
know.
had sex with were gay.
Jesus Christ, No Name for Now.
No, we're not talking about Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we are.
I
'cause
mean,
we all need
unless
Jesus.
Jesus is a gay frog.
This isn't a Christian D&D server.
Jesus is a
Catholic?
gay frog, actually.
No, it's Thundron supporting. One?
Wait, Pastafarian?
Like, because we're on the ship.
Yes,
gonna
we're
get
actually
the best
Pastafarians.
right. So I can just,
We're-
like, restore everything because we're going to take a rest while we're traveling to
Yes,
the next
you can
planet.
restore
probably.
everything because you have 5 days of travel ahead of you.
Oh, cool. Does that mean I can fix Arsenal?
Yes, you finish fixing Arsenal. Is there anything else people want to do in that's 5 days of travel to James's
That
planet?
means I can
You're
actually
gonna
write his
whittle-
character sheet.
Does Erik have access to the internet currently? Or whatever the equivalent would
Yes,
be?
he does.
So, you know how we were going to, like, try to pay River to go assassinate those certain paladins, right?
Yeah.
Instead, Eric's going to contact a couple other hitmen he knows and be like, yo, kill these specific people for me, K, thanks.
Cool. Just like, apparently I closed my thing. I don't know how I did that.
Shaking my head.
The intranet.
Gonna spend
yeah.
the rest of his time either like a mixture of practicing music, trying to find ways to bring Sherry back.
Ha.
Just that's it, actually.
That's
Okay.
That's all.
There aren't any celebrations at this time. No big ones, anyway.
Next week is gonna be St. Patrick's Day, so be prepared for that.
Celebrating Hanukkah in this universe.
Hanukkah. No.
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah is actually 3 times as long and 3 times a year.
Hanukkah's actually 3 times. I was hoping to be able to make a sex joke. Like, sex with me is 3 times as long as 3 times a year.
Only 3 times a year.
Well, yeah, obviously. Need to recharge in between. Anyway. I feel dirty just saying that. Anyway.
Hanukkah, instead of like Hanukkah being like only a couple weeks throughout the year, it's actually all the year long with the exception of those couple weeks.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, you're flying over to Jim's planet. Is there anything else people are doing? So Erik, I know what Eric's doing. Dimble's fixing Ursnal. What are Astra and James doing?
I should probably talk to Astra.
Look at that person.
I should probably talk to Astra. Doesn't talk to Astra.
Also, if anyone needs Erik, feel free to let Erik know, and he'll probably help you unless he feels like telling you to fuck off.
That's very rude.
James, there comes a point in a man's life you just gotta take the risk.
Why is this fireplace so big?
Like Dimble's having a heart-to-heart with James, and James is like, "Hey, remember that fire pit? Why is it so big?"
But why is it so big?
James, go get him,
Part of
kiddo.
what
James, you don't take the opportunity now. When are you gonna take it?
Yesterday you said tomorrow. Just do it.
Just do it, James. Just do it.
I'm gonna whittle.
Oh my freaking gosh. You better whittle something to give her.
And while whittling, I'm gonna talk to Astra.
Okay.
Good.
You approach Astra, and she's just training.
Yo, what's up, my fam squad? How you doing, my homie?
God, God.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say like, hey, I have something to talk to you about. I figured it's kind of important. This is making fun of me for, huh? Okay, this is great.
Your character has a terrible voice.
That's been James's in character voice the entire time. We've just never heard it until now. So yeah, is Astra going to reply to James?
She's gonna ignore him. And I'm whittling while doing this, by the way.
What is this person drawing?
Jesus Christ, that's
That's
actually looking impressive.
Yeah, it hurts my eyes though.
It's not mine. I don't know who's doing that.
Probably Rob.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna get rid of it.
You know how you were mad at me before about not telling you this thing about Sherry? Well, I figured I'd go ahead and tell you that.
Were, not was.
Well, you're not currently yelling at me, so I'll take that as a sign that it's a little died down, you know. Yeah, so you know how she came back, Sherry? She came back as a plant or plant demon, whatever that was. Well, that was Darius. He did that, and he apportioned it after Sherry's death, saying there's. He asked me if I wanted Sherry back at first, and I said yes. And then he said there was two ways. He said one is a more risky way, that requires nothing, but it might not work. The other way was a surefire way, and they could do it no matter what. It required the death of two willing people to sacrifice for her life, and I told him to do the risky way because I didn't want anybody to die, and I figured I'd tell you that because for you to know that it was for your own safety. I knew that either you or Sean or somebody else would give their lives, and I didn't want that to happen. Stop coughing, it's dramatic.
You're ruining it.
I'm sorry.
My immersion.
Your immersion of reading people's text as they talk to each other.
No, you shouldn't have. No, and even if it was only, I mean, it couldn't have been only you. It couldn't have been only one person. It was three whole people, and I couldn't deal with the fact that three people would die for this one person, no matter how much this person meant. I don't know.
Implying Erik could actually harm him. To be fair, if Erik got the jump on him, he could probably stab James, which would probably hurt.
Just a little. Like 1d4 damage.
Probably.
Kidney.
Oh, 1d5
Do I
damage.
deal bonus kidney damage?
So yeah. What is James and Astra doing now? What are James and Astra doing now?
Hey, kidney damage.
Kidney damage shall redefine the meta.
I don't know if I want to tell Erik just yet. I think he's still in the grieving process, and I think we have more troubling things on our hand. And I don't think there's any feasible way we could get her back now or anytime soon, unless Daria shows up again. But I don't know where he went or what he's doing or how he did that. I think telling Erik would just get him more distracted. Well, Beaky, didn't she like disappear into the ground?
Darius took her body. No, yeah, her body did disappear in the ground. Actually, yeah, you're right. Darius said but then Darius disappeared, saying he would look for her.
Yeah, Darius said he get it. So it's Darius probably has this knowledge or possession of it. I will.
Okay. The flight continues. Is there anything else people want to do on this journey over?
Gonna whittle stuff.
Okay. It's more like anything in particular that's like that I need to know about. Okay. You find a moment when Sean's piloting the ship and Larsa's just coming off of her like shift of flying it, and you approach her. She's like, "Oh, Astra, what's up?" Everything is fine between us. We just need to focus on getting to James's planet. There we can be safe. If you want, you can roll an insight check to see how honest she's being.
Honest?
How honest
Astra,
she's being.
You just have to use a coin bet?
I'll say with how well you know Lata, you have advantage. But I will tell you something. She rolled a natural 20 on deception. Yeah, you no, it's only attack rolls against you, but you can roll an advantage insight check. Fortunately, it's not enough. She seems to be genuine. It doesn't mean you necessarily believe her. It's more just she's not showing any indication that she's lying. Although you definitely have noticed them acting strange around one another. I know. I just feel like it's best that we wait till we're safe. I should also mention something. I know I've never been a very competent fighter, but now more than ever, I can't help you fight directly. She seems to ponder for a moment, and then she looks around, making sure two of you are alone, and she just takes you to the side, and she's like, I wouldn't want to fight, because if I fight, it wouldn't just be my life in danger anymore.
Mm.
I she seems to be pondering, because she knows Astra quite well, and she knows that she's not the best at social cues. I'm going to be a mother.
Hmm.
Sean, buddy.
Good job, Sean. Shook.
Shook ones.
Double wrap it.
I'm going to say she probably does, because she's hung out enough with Lata that, and Lata's never been like ignorant to these sorts of things. She probably Lata would have probably been too embarrassed to tell her what sex was, but she would understand vaguely that pregnancy. She doesn't know the specifics, but she understands that like women can have children growing inside them. She just might not know the specifics of it.
No, she also read that one thing, so she might know from that. Maybe.
True. Just give me an intelligence check. Just a flat intelligence. You don't know. You've encountered pregnant people before, but you have no idea what it means. In fact, I'll say with that low overall, Astra probably believed at some point growing up, and I'm not sure if she still believes it, that it was just a thing that happened, like how people got ill sometimes. Sometimes people just got pregnant. It was just a thing that happened.
Astra's wondering if someday she'll get pregnant.
Is pregnancy contagious?
Wondering this.
You just wake up, it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm pregnant.
Yeah, I just woke up for some reason like that. Don't know why that happened.
Oh.
She hugs you back and she's like, yes, it's quite good news. I've been delaying telling you. She sort of looks around. It's like, Astra, I know you've never been good with this, but do you really not know how pregnancy works?
Of course I know.
Oh,
Thunk.
you might want to sit down. I've got something quite elaborate to tell you. She spends the better part of 3 hours lecturing you on how baby is formed. You ask a lot of questions, and she gives you a lot of answers. You basically understand all of the basics
We
by
need to
this
role
point.
play the. We need to role play.
We're not role playing it.
Roleplay 3 hours of this?
But yeah, Astra is filled in on all of the details. I'll say she can make another intelligence check. actually, as this is going on.
So the swan goes to the window.
With that intelligence, you sort of piece together that the father is Sean. Yes. We talked about it before, and we both think the same way, and it's something that we both wanted to do before we died, and we realised there's quite a lot of risk, especially with what happened with Sherry. We want to make sure we've done everything we wanted to do.
That really was everything.
Yes, they do. And they're not called space condoms.
Everything has space added onto it in this universe.
Do they work in space?
Yes, I think.
Good.
Okay, you don't even say goodbye to Lata, you just run away. There she goes again. Okay. Yeah.
James. Okay.
But yeah, some time passes. Is there anything else that happens in the coming days?
The coming days.
Yeah, the coming days. Jesus,
It's
such a
only
dirty
a-
mind.
It's only a matter of time before Astra pieces together what Erik wanted to do with Sherry, and that will be an
I'll
awkward
say-
conversation that
I will
Astra
say,
with zero tact.
I'll say that with all you've learnt from Lata, you sort of understand a bit better the relationship that Sherry and Erik had.
Sherrick, thank you very much.
Sherrick, oh god,
Shrek.
it's actually Eri.
No, it's
No,
Shrek.
it's just Shrek.
Shrek, best ship.
Cheek.
Is that how you spell Shrek? You bet it is.
But yeah, is anyone else doing anything?
I'm just whittling a lot of stuff. Because I'm nervous. I just whittle. Just whittle. Just whittle, 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 whittle.
Will. Okay, you look around. You find a lot of really, really graphic things.
Does she have her door open during this time?
I'd say no, probably.
Darn.
Since she was all flustered about it, she wants to. I don't know. But most of these things look really painful and uncomfortable.
Astra's looking at the wrong side.
Yeah, she very quickly goes to the wrong side of the things.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's the right side right there.
This is how babies are born.
Oh god, where did...
Oh, no.
I think everyone must discover in due time.
Oh gosh.
Over the course of the last couple days of the trip to XQ7, you've successfully managed to get several viruses on your personal computer, and are slightly more knowledgeable with your own research.
Click that unless you want to see a not safe for work image.
I'm gonna open
I
that in
do.
a new incognito window.
You might not want to record that.
No,
Oh my
no,
god.
no, since I open it in a new window, it doesn't go on the recording.
It's just an Amazon picture. It's not gonna like...
No, but
Amazon picture, but you don't want to upload that to YouTube.
I have it so it only does the Chrome browser that I opened first.
oh, that's cool.
So it's
Where can I buy this?
Anyway,
No reason, just kind of a...
the trip comes to an end, and Sean basically calls everyone. It's like, so we have a problem, a pretty big problem. Well, one big problem and two small problems.
Haha, what is it? Hee haha.
Ships, battleships, like huge battleships,
You
right
should-
outside your planet.
Okay, B9. B9.
So, like, what do we do?
B9.
What?
B9.
What the fuck does that mean?
Fire at B9.
He sort of turns his head awkwardly and then just like looks away from Dimble to James and Astra and Erik and like, so what do we do?
James is currently having a
Should
panic
do to
attack.
hopefully get past them.
Like that big one is big enough to break us with just one laser.
So they're heading like exactly towards us.
Is the
No,
planet
they are like outside.
Planet-
Sean explains they're like waiting outside of James's planet.
Oh,
They're just hovering above it.
are they good battleships or bad battleships?
Bad Arcana.
Ah,
I've stopped the ship for now.
Is the planet okay?
I mean, my scans don't reach that far. This is like on the edge of our scan.
hmm. Hmm.
Okay, if we can we go invisible, and would they be able to find us if we go invisible?
Yes, they have
Our
life
ship
scan.
Our ship can't go invisible. No, I didn't program that into this ship. Didn't have time. But
Wait.
we are small enough that it might be a bit troublesome for the big one to pick us up on their scans.
I don't want to know if we want to take that risk.
It is a risk, though. We could always go around to the other side of the planet, I guess. I mean, this planet does. This ship does have guns on it, but
I forgot about that.
Wow.
Eric's kind of, I mean, James is kind of having a panic attack right now.
11/24/26.
Lata walks up and she's like, is there nothing we can do? Maybe contact the ship that's following us." And Sean's like, "Yeah, I'll inform them." He types on the computer. It's like, okay, that's weird. Communications are down.
Oh. Wait, Astra.
What do you mean, Astra?
Astra
I
just
can't
virus
communicate with
up?
anyone.
I think that's what blocking the communication between the planet earlier.
Yeah, that's probably
Okay.
it. They probably got some sort of force field around the planet which blocks communication, which means they couldn't receive or send any messages. And now we're in range too.
Shoot.
The airy ship that's been following you all this time sort of just goes up to the window and has connected the two of your windows together, basically, so you can sort of visually communicate with one another.
So is there any way that ship can go invisible?
Which ship? The airy ship.
Yeah.
They communicate back. You communicate between two of you, and the answer is no.
Okay.
Sean even speaks up. It's like, I don't even know if invisibility is what we need here.
Yeah, that
They
wouldn't
probably just like
do anything. Just makes us you can't
But-
see it.
it makes me wonder why they're not on the planet. If they're there to like attack the planet, why are they not on it? James can give me
not.
a intelligence check.
They're waiting for
You're
us.
right. I can, because I'm smart.
Mostly because you're the only one who knows about the defenses on your planet.
No, it's because I'm smart.
But you gotta stay.
Were you looking at my bio to look at my... Okay, I see.
What?
Uh,
No idea what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Intelligence.
You don't really know why they wouldn't be attacking. Your planet's strong, but they would not be able to take out a battleship that big by themselves.
I don't know. We can't fight it. We can't. I don't think there's any way we can sneak past it. I don't know if there's any way we can.
Well, one saving grace is both of our ships are faster than theirs.
But they have lasers that could just snipe us.
True. of course, we could take out the little ships. The two little ships, they'd be about the same strength as ours. But that battleship probably contains a lot of soldiers.
Yeah, how do we fight the little ships without fighting the battleships? You know.
The little ships do appear to be patrolling around the planet, but the battleship is staying very firm.
Oh,
What the fuck?
What the heck?
I just figured something out.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna mess around with that for a bit.
10d4. Okay.
We might be able to go around. If they're not going onto the planet, there's probably something on the planet that's keeping them off.
What could it be?
But if it's keeping them off, would it also keep us off?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. I don't. Excuse me. I don't know whether. I don't know what kind of defenses we're looking at. I don't know. I don't remember any battleship stopping capabilities we had.
All you really remember, the only big card up your sleeve that your planet had was an emergency defensive force field that would go around the palace and some of the surrounding land, which is a very tough force field and it would take a lot of force to break through. But you're not sure if that's what's really going on here.
This seems like the whole planet.
They definitely seem to not want to land on the planet at all. What do you mean? Like, if she is a revenant and she's just on the planet, I don't know why that would stop.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would stop them unless she's got some sort of force field herself.
And we were able to kill her as a reverend. I don't know if. I think our Khan would be able to pretty easily kill her.
Yeah, probably with all those big guns. Maybe, but that battleship. He sort of just types on his computer. It's like, I'm gonna try and scan the battleship as best as I can and see what kind of defenses it's got. But I need to be careful, or else they'll realize we're here. He just sort of starts typing away. Lata visibly grows a little bit worried and is like, "Do you think maybe we should turn back?"
She grows a little bit. What?
No, she grows.
Okay.
She looks quite weary.
I see.
Fastest pregnancy ever. Otherwise, she just grows.
Just growing.
What'd she say?
Should we turn back?
I don't want to. I mean, we have to get on the planet somehow, but I mean,
Potentially, we could sneak around the back.
But I think whatever is keeping our Khan out will keep us out too.
True.
I would think.
That Sean chimes up and he's like, okay. Good news is the battleship doesn't have any kind of scanner of itself, and if our communications are down, theirs probably are too. So, if we alerted the attention of the little ships, the big one might not notice. It would be possible to sneak around, at least to try and figure out if there's anything stopping us from getting onto the planet.
That sounds like a plan. So maybe while the smaller ones are on the opposite side of the planet, we can attack them.
Yeah, maybe. We can definitely take them in a fight.
I think we should do that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I can pilot the ship around. Well, we might want to get ready on the defenses though. I don't know if you all checked out the defenses on this ship yet. Has anyone checked out the defenses on the ship?
We have defenses.
What do you have fences? We're like on a ship.
There we go.
Can I shoot my laser rifle out the window?
No,
Darn.
that wouldn't work for several reasons. We've got 2 gun stations on the left and right sides of the ship. They're our main defenses, main guns. pretty easy to use. We have a shield station. We have a hyper cannon station underneath. That's a pretty cool one. Although we need 2 people to man it because one person needs to load the shots and the other person needs to aim and fire.
I'll take I'll take the aiming of the hyper cannon.
Okay.
I shall aim
Someone
the other
would-
one.
Lata's like, I'm not very good with this machinery, but I can help you. I can help load the shots for you, James.
All right.
And Dimble goes up to the other gun station. Astra, you want shield or gun? Okay, then I guess Erik will take care of the other gun, and I'll be flying.
Okay. Let's go. Let's just get prepared.
One thing you should know,
Yeah.
coming from someone who's been in his fair share of space battles, aiming for the engines or the window is harder, but would be more effective if you actually managed to take them out. The hull usually is pretty defensive and would take a lot to break through, but it would be very easy to hit.
All right.
Okay,
Go.
I think we're good to go then. And it starts slowly piloting the ship around. Should I try and get both of them at once? Oh, I'll also say you also communicate this to the airy ship.
Rob,
Hey,
you're a gunner.
you're a gunner on the ship, and you're taking a gunning station.
We fighting?
Yes.
Yeah, the plan is to go and fight these smaller ships while they're on the opposite side of the planet.
I think it'd be better if we can only if we could get one by itself, but if we have to get 2, I think we can handle it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, and he starts flying the ship around. You've got your own internal ship communication headsets, so you can all communicate with one another. But your communication with the other ship is limited. You basically tell them your plan, and they agree, and they'll just be like, "Yeah, well." And you see the 2 ships. I'm gonna have to make a stealth check for Sean to see how stealthily he's piloting.
Hey, how about I pilot for about 3 seconds while you
No.
stealth check?
It's actually, he's pretty stealthy. Neither of the other ships seem to notice him. He's like, "Okay, guys, are we ready?"
I think so.
Okay, then we'll go in. He flies in very quickly and seems to be making a beeline for one of these battleships, while the other ship, your area ship, seems to be doing the same thing to the other. What is everyone doing? You got 1 round before initiative is rolled. You're each at your individual station.
I'm aiming directly at one of the ships already. Or where
Okay,
I think it should come from.
Yeah, well, you can see the ship. You're aiming at it, but where are you going to aim on the ship? Anywhere in particular?
The engine.
Okay, you're going to aim for the engines. Dimble and Erik,
Yeah.
who are you shooting?
Wait, where are the others shooting?
James is shooting at this ship that you're approaching at its engines.
Okay. I shall also shoot at the engines.
Okay, and Rob, what are you doing?
Erik is going to fire not at the engines, but is instead going to try to fire at the bridge of the ship.
Okay. So yeah, I'll need all 3 of you to please make me dexterity saving throws.
Begins.
This is where the fun begins.
Dexterity saving throws.
Saving throw.
It might be the same for you either way.
Yeah, it is.
Would sharpshooter count for this?
No.
Much
No. Well,
Your ranged weapons attack, ignore half cover and 3/4 cover. I
it's
wonder
not a
how-
weapon attack. I don't think. I'm going to rule against it because it's like hard to adjust the damage of this.
Oh, wait.
Why do my dexterity saves suck?
Okay. Great. I'm just confused. Oh, you use lucky to. Okay. 11, 20, and 24. Rob, please roll 3d10, and Dabo, please roll 5d10.
Aha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that 3d10 is pretty good.
yeah, that is really good actually. So yeah, you both shoot into this this one ship, dealing some damage to the hull and the engines, and it seems to be a decent chunk of damage off of it. Just doing math.
Did I kill at least one officer?
You don't think you've killed anyone. These ships are built for fighting, and they're pretty tanky, but you've definitely dented it quite a bit. Bongo's shot, unfortunately, goes completely wide.
Oof.
Just managing to slip underneath the engines.
Viciously mock him.
And Lata begins loading in another one of these big, heavy bullets to the hyper cannon. The airy ship is going to try doing the same thing. It's going to hit once, shooting at the other ship's hull for a decent chunk. Not really, kind of shit. And that's going to be initiative, everyone. So please roll initiative.
Oh, I forgot to click my thing. Dang it.
Huh, what an idiot. Oh, it doesn't have the thing up, so we can't actually add it.
The turn
Oh.
tracker.
There we go.
Oh, we did add, never mind.
Erik has the best initiative.
4, what a surprise.
Who else do I need to roll for? Sean? No, I don't need to roll for Sean because he's doing his own
Erik
thing.
stopped taking 4 damage, so
Need
like...
a roll for Arsenal?
No. I mean, unless you want to command Arsenal to do something, you can definitely do some things, but
What the heck could Arsenal even do?
I don't actually have a
Arsenal
tracker
be
for the
fired
guards.
by your cannon.
I'm just using Zaya and Guard as markers for the ships. Zaya being the friendly ship, and Guard being the enemy ships. James, it's your turn first. Lata reloaded the hypercannon, and you can take another shot if you want.
I will.
Okay. So make another dexterity saving throw. And where are you aiming?
At the hole. Wait, no, not the hole. The windows. The
Windows, okay.
Bridge.
Okay, you aim at the what was it you said?
The bridge. The windows.
Okay, yeah, you're aiming at this window. Roll me 3d10. Not 3d10, 5d10. Sorry.
Oh god.
Just to put another 2d10. That does math. 23 points of damage. This ship's window seems to crack so heavily. It looks like it's just about to burst. And if that thing bursted, the ship would be fucked.
Bursted it.
What the? Sorry, I'm doing math and it's not working. Yeah, I figured it out.
I'm gonna say over the radio. Well, I don't know. The window for that ship is almost broken.
Okay, cool. It is whose turn next? It is the airy ship. The airy ship is going to see if they notice that ship's almost broken. They do, and they're going to fire their 2 guns towards it. The ship ducks down, but then a natural 20 shot critically goes through the window. Unless all of these are ones, the ship is dead. No, that's pretty good.
Bongo.
This shot goes through the window, and you watch as this shatters. You watch as about 10 people seem to just get sucked out into space, and they are struggling to breathe. The ship stops flying. It loses its momentum and is just drifting there. So that happens. It is Dimble 15.1's turn.
So she just they just took out the ship that James was attacking?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will attack a different ship's engine.
Okay. The second ship you're aiming at it. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Much better.
Yeah, you easily hit. Roll 3d10.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you hit it quite well. You seem to dink the engines. They seem to be holding in, but you know that engines can't take that much pressure. So yeah, it is the enemy ship's turn. The guards basically, the people on the first ship seem to basically all scuffocate to death in the vacuum of space. They can't breathe, so they die. The ship is just drifting slowly, completely fucked. The other ship, though, is going to turn and is going to fire towards your ship. Sean easily dodges, using some evasive maneuvers, spinning the entire ship in a barrel roll to avoid the second shot.
Viciously mock them for
Dual barrel roll. It is Astra's turn. No, it's not Astra's turn. Because Astra doesn't get a turn. It's more like she controls. If you get hit, she can try and avoid getting hit with the shield. So she basically spends her turn moving around the shield to make sure anything that comes towards you is blocked. Erik, it's your turn.
Is this dual barrel?
Okay. Fire at the remaining enemy ship.
Dual
Okay,
barrel.
you fire at it. Where are you shooting?
I will shoot at the bridge because I like shooting at bridges.
Okay, shooting at it. Yeah, just give me a dexterity saving throw.
Do you see all of the ads on that video?
Roll me 60-10. Okay, so you one-shot that ship. The bullets, and this was quite a hard one to hit. 22 AC. You shoot this thin Gatling gun of bullets. You seem to hit it. At first, everyone thinks you missed because you went down the side of this window, and the entire window, instead of cracking, it seems to pop completely. It unhinges itself, and everyone gets sucked out of the ship and begins slow drifting. You're out of initiative.
No.
That genuinely could have been quite a tough fight if you didn't aim for the right places and didn't get
Is the bridge
really
the
high
right
rolls.
place to aim?
Yeah.
Aim there or
Sean was like, "Well, that went well."
Good job, guys.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's go.
Can we take on the big ship now?
I don't. I mean, maybe we could go over there if you want and try.
No. Okay. So
let's not.
what's going on? Is this planet? Is it force fielded or what's happening?
You sort of all return to the center of the ship now, realizing you don't really need to be at your stations. And Sean begins flying lower to the planet. He sort of coyly flies down bit by bit. It's like, I'm not getting anything that's like any electromagnetic fields or anything. I think it's good to land.
Sean, before you do that,
the planet is lava.
Yeah. What do you want?
Test the defenses. Like, is it possible to kind of like push one of the ships that we destroyed off towards the planet to see what would happen and if it gets destroyed?
I couldn't really without damaging the ship, but I could send you out. You could go in spacesuits.
Okay.
You can go out in spacesuits and set the thing.
That. Too risky.
Okay.
Is there any way we can surrender? Like wave a white flag?
What?
Well,
no. Never surrender.
This is my own planet.
You are
F7.
allies.
What does F7 do?
It means don't surrender and smite.
Oh, apparently it's pressing F7 turns caret browsing on or off. No.
Oh, carrot. I don't know what that is, but sure.
I think it's like text to speech kind of thing.
I have it too.
Is it on Firefox? It's on Firefox
yeah.
for me. That's what I'm using.
So should we just land on the planet then?
Sure.
Okay, going down. And he sort of just like slowly goes down. He does seem to dip up every now and then just to make sure that he's not like missing out some weird field that was going to make the ship crash. But he manages to smoothly land it. Pretty much like the only time that you've ever managed to land the ship smoothly.
That's because the old ship was bad. Where did we land?
You land about an hour's walk from the palace.
Can we land a little closer?
I mean, we could, but then we might be seen physically by the battleship. You sort of have behind this small mountain.
Crap, I don't have my motorbike. Dang it.
We could go towards the place.
All right, let's go.
Are we all going? Or should
Yeah.
some of us stay behind?
I'm going.
I am going.
I'm gonna ask the other ship if they have any fast moving things.
Yeah, the other ship lands beside you, and they're like, they get out of the ship and actually go into your ship while you talk. And it's like, no, unfortunately, we don't. Our ship's much smaller than yours.
All right, well, let's go right now. Let's come on. We gotta.
Should we all go?
Maybe I don't know, but I'm going.
Does anyone behind?
Lata sort of is like, I could stay behind with the ship in case we need to leave quickly.
All right.
If you Lime, if you want to go, you can just go. Like, like we can just do this tomorrow. No, we can pause it for now and just do it later.
Then Goat might be there as well.
Cares about goat taking my head.
Yeah, which is part of the reason I like having double sessions. Is like, I obviously don't think we should do double sessions all the time or anything, but it's
Oh, come
because
on.
especially because didn't you say, Dabo, you wanted to do your own D&D thing on
Yeah.
Monday?
I'd
Yeah,
like.
no, but I think doing double sessions is a good way of like finishing this campaign before starting me and Dabo's. So I really don't mind. I don't have like a set. Like, one thing you need to understand is I don't have a set thing of this is all going to happen in this session, because that's a really bad way of DMing. It's more like,
Yeah, if you tried, you
have
would find a
open
way to
plan.
ruin it.
True. No, but it's one of those things that like I have plans until like for the rest of the game. Basically, I basically have the rest of the game planned out to some differing details. So yeah, but I do not mind if you want to go.
The illustration I made up in the corner.
I love it.
It's special. Rob, it's really something. All right. See ya.
Don't
be sorry.
need to be sorry. It's okay.
I once got told by someone that they thought the less than 3 thing looked like a dog penis instead of a heart, and now I can never see it as a heart again. So, but yeah,
Do you guys want to see a real mature joke?
Nope.
sure. Oh Jesus, got cut in half. See ya, Lime.
See ya.
Bye, Lime.
Hopefully you don't die.
Is that how circumcisions work?
Lime, if you die, tell us so we can end the session.
If you die, I won't finish Darling in the Franks, so use that as a reason to stay alive. Pretty sure that's what James wants to do.
What is this?
Yeah.
As I think.
Hope you're not sick for the next session too, because that wouldn't be fun.
Watch the most recent episode. See ya.
Bye bye.
It's a mystic.
Oh yeah, we could actually maybe talk about what we're doing for Dabo's campaign, character-wise.
Well, it's 5th edition, right?
Yeah. No, it's
Sword Mage.
It's first edition actually.
Let's not do first edition.
5th edition Sword Mage, because that's a thing.
Pathfinder's good. Fourth edition is good. No, not fourth edition. Fourth edition sucks. 3.5 is good. 3.5 is good. 5 is good. Pathfinder's good. Don't do 4.
Maybe I just won't do a session. I don't really have that much planned out anyway.
Yeah.
I don't really want to.
But yeah.
You need more classes in 5th edition.
I mean, they have quite a lot of homebrew ones. And I don't think they need. Honestly, I don't know if they do need more classes. I think they've got plenty of classes. They just need more. What is it like? Classes like how there's new subclasses. Like there's that new the Druid of Death thing, and there's the new Mage thing that Bongo's trying. New Wizard thing.
Mage.
Yeah. Mystic. I don't even know why Mystic exists. It's like. Yeah. But it's also one of those things that if you fixed Mystic, it would basically just be Sorcerer. Yeah.
Actually. Yo, do you guys want to play Gary's mod?
Jerry's mod.
Gary's mod.
I have to go do something. I'm gonna go do something.
Okay.
She's still joining.
Try this channel. Leaving me.
Alright guys, I'll see you guys.
See ya.
Don't you dare let Mentero stop.
Mystic is so fucking dumb.
Do you guys want to try Gary's mod?
I could.
Experience the true fun of pooning someone.
Like, here's the thing, yeah. Like, most classes have cantrips known and spells known, yeah, or something like that. Most of the spellcasting ones. And Mystic has talents known, disciplines known, psi points, and psi limit.
Okay, but we still need Sword Mage in 5th edition.
They have a warlock for that. They have there is a
We get
sword
War Mage, or until we get Sword Mage specifically as a class.
Hexblade warlock. That's what it's called.
Winnie just messaged me on Steam calling me a cunt.
Who? No.
Oh my gosh. How long has my mic been muted in my OBS? I'm gonna have to look at the recording.
Just dub over it.
Just over it. Hello, guys.
More
Yes,
messages
this
from
funny
Dabo
joke.
Swinny.
Alright, I'm gonna... Bye.